From the land down under, with the rock at its centre, comes the little Aussie watchman.
On TLAW today, Islam, the demonic religion. That's a bit harsh, you might say. Colouring all Muslims with the demonic hatred expressed by a minority. In reply, I'll say to you, I did not say Muslims, I said Islam. Islam is a religion founded on hatred and wickedness, expanded due to violence and fear, and continues to produce brainwashed individuals who have no love for humanity. Not all Muslims follow Islam, which is great. Unfortunately, there are many who do. Mohammad, a wicked man who killed and raped at will, was purported to have been met and instructed by the angel Gabriel. In fact, it was Satan who whispered sweet words of evil and malice into his ears. As 2 Corinthians 11:14 warns, even Satan can masquerade as an angel of light. As the wound from the Paris bombings burns into the European consciousness, there will be many who start connecting the dots between terrorism and Islam. According to one report, one of these Islamic savages cried Allah Akbar prior to carrying out his satanic-inspired deed. As John 16:2 warns, the time will come when anyone who kills you will think they are doing a service to God. Europe only has to look to the last century to recognize a similar kind of evil. There is a significant number of similarities between Nazism and Islam. Both have an innate hatred of Jews. Try speaking to otherwise non-violent Muslims about Jews, and you begin to see how deep their hatred is of the Jewish people. Even reasonable Muslims often have an inexplicable, deep-rooted hatred of Jews. The Ottoman Empire, the Turks, easily sided with Nazi Germany because of this similarity. Both are also inspired by demonic forces, with many leaders of Nazism steeped in the occult, and Islam clearly expresses its demonic tendencies within both the Hadith and the Quran. Perfectly fitting the New Testament's definition of Antichrist, the Quran recognizes Christ but denies his divinity. As 1 John 2:21 says, "Who is a liar but he who denies Jesus Christ? He is Antichrist who denies the Father and the Son." Denying Jesus' divinity is one of the central themes of Islam and is prima facie evidence of the true source of this evil religion. Islamic jihadists have certainly lived up to their demonically inspired leader by killing up to 300 million people since its inception in the name of God. It is also believed that up to 110 million were forced into slavery by this wicked religion. Most current-day slavery is still Islamic. In the last month, prior to the recent Paris bombings, there were 34 Islamic Jihad attacks across the world with 378 dead bodies. The West have been spiritually blinded as this force for darkness envelops the world, choking away freedom and liberty. It is that thick, heavy darkness that takes away any light, a darkness that is like a cancer eating away at anything that stands in its way. It is insidious and dangerous, striking fear into many. To talk against Islam is politically incorrect, but to not expose its dangerous roots and ideology is to usher in the Fourth Reich, a dangerous beast that will crush everything in its path.